We're live from Puerto Rico. We're live. Welcome to Witchy Wednesday. I'm Reverend Valerie Love. Hi, Unconditional Ascension. How you loving? Ooh! I'm here. I can't wait. Baby, I can't wait either. If we haven't met yet, I'm Reverend Valerie Love, and they call me Kaisi, a divine midwife of soul, destiny, Christian witch, practicing Christian witch. That's me. Look in the mirror. Oh, double. That's all cool. Jacqueline, hello. How you loving, Jacqueline? How you loving? Come on in, family. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. How you loving, Jacqueline? Yogi Bear, how you loving? Come on in. Come on in, family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, I'm Reverend Valerie Love. They call me Kaisi, author of now 19 books on practical spirituality. Family, the book is out. Spellcrafting. Oh my God. The book is out. Ah, it's 11/11. Ah, happy 11/11. Ah. And I am on my Harry Potter house because I am a proud Ravenclaw. I'm a proud Ravenclaw. We got all four houses represented here. Who's Ravenclaw? Who's Gryffindor? Hi, Jay. How you loving? Jay, I was looking at your timeline the other day. Fabulous. I was looking at all those pictures. You have a very interesting timeline. I didn't see posts, but I saw your profile pictures. I was like, oh, this is an interesting dude. Jay, I'm telling you something. That comment you put on the Christian Witches Facebook fan page almost brought tears to my eyes. Really, it almost brought tears to my eyes because it was so profound, so thought. It was coming from a deeper place, deeper. It was coming from a deeper place, or at least that's how I experienced it. And thank you for being an incredible member of this community and for adding powerful commentary to this global conversation, right? This is a global conversation about matters of the soul. And I think we are past, family. Tell this to all your Christian peeps. I think we're past an offhand remark like, well, Deuteronomy condemns witchcraft. Okay, well, you don't know anything about Deuteronomy. You don't know anything about the Bible, and you need to study. So thank you. Some Slytherins in the house. Come on, how you loving that, Danielle? This is my lucky Harry Potter Witchy Wednesday shirt. This is my lucky. When I say lucky, I don't mean look like ooh, throw some dice. No. I mean the harmonious. I mean synchronicity. Synchronicity, the harmonious alignment with source that brings about luscious results. Luscious results. So it's Witchy Wednesday. It's 11/11, and it's book launch. And if that weren't good enough, hey Clover, how you loving? Clover, hello love. I've been reading your books through the pandemic and getting so much clarity on my life path. Oh, I have the God bumps on that one. Oh my God, thank you. Mwah. I'm so thankful. I'm really would love to hear your thoughts, family. Give me your thoughts on this book. I've got to hear it. Binge Thinker, Valerie in chat. Hello, Valerie in chat. Hey, Binge Thinker. How you loving? Jay, absolutely my pleasure. Love and adore you. The truth will be heard. What in the more times? Come on. The truth, right? We can't hide the truth forever. I talk about a lot of things that they don't want you to know about in church. I talk about a lot of things that they never would have told you. I talk about all the forbidden books of the Bible that they don't want you to read. I talk about all the things. Do you know what I was studying the other day? I think next week, Witchy Wednesday, is going to be like this when we go back to forbidden knowledge. Today, we're doing an answering questions. When we go back, so start putting your questions in the chat, and I'm starting with a question on guilt. Do you know that I've been receiving the information about Christ's life as he was growing up, and oh baby, woo, have we got some things to talk about. Jesus Christ, baby Jesus, toddler Jesus, kid Jesus. Oh, he was doing stuff. I'll give you one of the stories. They said that in one of the stories, Jesus made He took clay and he formed pigeons. He formed some kind of bird out of clay. He had a few of them there. And someone came along, a teacher or someone came along and told him, don't do that. And he looked at the teacher and then he waved his hand and spoke a word and animated the birds and they flew away. So they never told you that in church, did they? They never told you nothing about baby Jesus in church. They never told you about all the magic baby Jesus was learning. Well, baby, it's about to be on because we're going to talk about it all. Oh, we're going to talk about baby Jesus. Baby, because I want to know about baby Jesus. Okay? Come on, Danielle. I'm wearing my favorite lioness shirt and have my altar set up with my 7 African powers candles, right? Oh, my goodness. Come on, Danielle. You work in the whole universe. Working, I love it. Jay, the Virgin Mary was basically raised by angels. Wasn't that incredible? She didn't eat regular food. No wonder when the angel came to her, she wasn't surprised. He didn't say fear not. They said fear not to all of the other people that the angels, they didn't say fear not to her. She was used to talking to angels. This woman had been talking to angels every single day in the temple since the time she was born. As a matter of fact, she was able to go into the most holy. And we know that only the high priest could go into the most holy of the temple. It was a tabernacle at first, which is a traveling temple. And then when it got to be one solid construction, the temple, only one person could go inside the most holy. That's the holy of holies. Only one person could go there once a year. That was the high priest. She was hanging out in there. Why could no one else go in there? Because in the holy of holies was the actual presence of God. And the angels would be in there. And Zechariah, that's where he went. And that's where they told him, the angel came to him and told him, Angel Gabriel came to him and told him that he was going to have a child. And he was like, how's that supposed to happen? Why do these people in the Bible always be asking these crazy questions when they already seen all these miraculous births in the Bible? Why do they still say, how is that going to happen? You ain't never heard of Abraham? Bruh, if I was an angel, this is what I'd be saying. Bruh, have you read your Bible? You a priest, bruh. This is not a good look for you. Are you reading your Bible? Yeah. Well, I would be the ghetto ass hood angel. That's what I would be. Like, bruh, have you read the Bible, bruh? Anything in this book, have you read it at all? Have you picked it up? Because if you read it, you would know that we done came many times and told many people that they was having a baby. Is anybody home? When I went back to God, I'd be like, damn, God, these humans are thick. God would be like, relax, my beautiful angel, relax. We just have to do a little more work with them. God would be calming me down every time I have a human encounter. These damn humans keep calling the angels every time you turn around. Do you think these angels want to have encounters with you all the time? We're crazy. And we don't believe Jack. Full of fear. Angel tell you something, you don't believe it. Your wife's going to have a baby. Nah, stop it. For real? I'm a fucking angel. I can't lie. What are you talking about for real? Why did God give me this assignment? Oh my God. Why, God? I get the crazy humans. So there we have it. All the other people in the Bible, read it very closely. All the other people in the Bible that the angels approach, they were like trembling and all, falling out. Oh, I'm not worthy. Hit the dust. Daniel stunned, and the angel comes up and touches his tongue, and oh my God, yeah, this is like spectacular. Mary, that didn't happen with Mary. Good day, highly favored one. And Mary was wondering, what sort of greeting is that? Because the angels don't normally say that to me. That's what the word said she was talking about. She was wondering, what sort of greeting is that? Because I've never heard them greet me that way before. This woman been talking to angels since she was a baby. So anyway, let's go into our questions. I love you, but thank you. The third book is out in the series. So we have Confessions of a Christian Witch, pick it up. We have How to Be a Christian Witch, pick it up. And now we have Spell Crafting for the Christian Witch, pick it up. It's already on the bestseller list. that's you. Because y'all been buying this book like hotcakes. I love you. I thank you. What's up with everyone in the 40 days? Super similarities. Isn't that the truth, Jay? Isn't that the truth? Are we asking questions now? Yes. Come on. Put your questions in the comments. Let's see it. Unfolding the deception that got people teaching unconscious kill. Isn't that the truth, Marlo? Isn't that the truth? Working on my next book, demystifying religion to empower people of color. I love it. Marlo, did you get your copy? Did you get your gift copy of the book? Members, you have a gift copy. Members on the YouTube channel, you have a gift copy of spell crafting. Go get it now, because your link expires on 12/12. Go get it now. You got until 12/12 to download that baby. Otherwise, it goes away. It goes first to my members on the channel who are our advanced readers. I don't know if you would be so kind as to leave a review on Amazon and Goodreads. We would love it. So, by all means, members, channel members, if you have not seen it yet, go ahead. Okay, now let's get to the questions. Is there anything special with being named Mary? Good question. Good question. I'm going to give you my answer and my experience. I don't know universally what the answer to that is. Thanks, Jacqueline. As a clinician, this comes up a lot. Is there anything special with being named Mary? Let's go with this question. Rad 11. And then everyone else, put your questions in the chat and we'll go through the questions. And I'm going to answer the question from last week because there is a question that was standing on the table from last week. And that question is, how do you deal with guilt in being a Christian witch when you're coming out of Christianity, or when you're embracing Christianity and witchiness? You're embracing your Christian and your magical self, and you're integrating these, which by the way, there's an integration spell in the new book on what I did to integrate the Christian and the witch. Worked like a charm, because it is. I myself do not experience that there is that Mary is a particularly special name. However, it could be that I'm just unstudied in that area and unlearned, and I just may be ignorant of the power of Mary, because there are a lot of Marys in the Bible. So I'm going to do more research on that one. I really don't know. It's a good one. I don't know. So I'm gonna hey Danielle, how you loving? So I'm gonna go deeper into that one. Okay, Rad 11? Love that question. Clover, how do you explain to a Christian who is not spiritual that tarot decks are not evil? I don't. So Clover, I don't explain anything to anyone. And the reason that I don't explain anything to anyone is because no one can receive anything until their consciousness is ready to receive it, right? So no one, all of us that are here now, we're only having this discussion and this conversation because our consciousness was open to be able to receive revelation, insight. And we were asking, seeking, we were looking, we were searching. If a person is not seeking, searching, asking, looking, there's really nothing to do. Leave them be. I leave them be. And the reason I leave them be is because their consciousness is not ready yet. It's like Christ said, you cannot pour new wine into old wineskins. Their wineskins have not been properly prepared by spirit. And this is a job of spirit, and we can't interfere, right? Everyone is on their own spiritual path, and we could be talking to a baby soul, right? I'm very careful because I don't know who this soul is. This soul could be a baby soul that doesn't have the capacity to handle a tool like tarot. And so this baby soul is thinking tarot's evil. Good. You need to keep thinking that so that you don't pick up tarot, because you're not ready and your head would explode. So I don't explain anything to Christians. Yeah, I don't explain that to Christians. Christian who is not spiritual, that tarot decks are not evil. No, you won't win that battle. You won't win that battle, because Christians who are in that place, not all Christians, because all of us probably are some kind of Christian, right? Christians who are in that place, their head is completely owned by someone else, an entity called religion. Their head, they are no longer in ownership of their own head. Do you know what I mean? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? All of us, we took back ownership of our head. And now we are guided by the guiding genius, higher self of our head, our head spirit, whether that's Yemaya, Oya, Oshun, Olodumare, who, whatever your higher guardian angel or your holy guardian angel, higher self, that has been communicating with you, that is your personal head spirit, that is your guard, your guide, your guardian, your guide. This head spirit is the only one that's supposed to have your head. But what we do is we ignore the head spirit and we go listening to other people because we're out of sync with our own access to universal wisdom and knowledge. We're out of alignment with that access. Everyone has access. Everyone has access. Everyone has access. Nobody has more access than anybody else. Everybody's spiritual. Everybody's a supernatural being. How many of us are willing to own and accept ye are gods? It says it in the Bible, but I'm amazed at how many Christians still think that that's blasphemy. It says it in the Bible. Ye are gods. But if you say that to a Christian, but it's right here in your Bible, and you say that we pick and choose. No, we're not picking and choosing. We understand that this entire Bible is an energy manual. It's not a book of literal historical figures and facts and figures. It's not supposed to be. It's a book of energy. It's an energy manual to help you understand energy. A very powerful Kabbalah teacher taught that the Bible, let me get his words correct. The Bible is a manual of energy teaching the DNA of energy and how energy works. The Bible is a manual of energy. David Guillaume said this, who is a Kabbalistic teacher. He said the Bible is a manual of energy teaching the DNA of energy. What is the DNA of energy? And how energy works. What does that mean? That means it's teaching you the actual structure of energy. It's giving you a glimpse into the unknown, into the actual workings of the whole universe. The Bible is doing this. But people in church, they got their Bible. Yeah, preach, pastor. Did you open it and actually read the thing? The Bible is this powerful energy manual. I don't know why every witch and wizard and magical being on the planet isn't grabbing one or grabbing several. Because you're probably not going to find one book that has more magic, energy, quantum physics, astrology, numerology, metaphor, mysticism, angelology, demonology than the Bible. You're probably not going to find it all in one place, cobbled together for you for your magical purposes. They already put the whole thing together for you. Right? And then you add to it the pseudepigrapha, the apocrypha, the lost books the lost books of the Bible, the book of Enoch, the Gnostic Gospels, book of Thomas. You start adding those books to it, your head will explode. That's all the magic you really need. I mean, it's all right there for you. That's what I use. That's what I use. This stuff has been used for millennia. That's what I use. And a lot of it came from Egypt too. They're just writing down all this stuff that was really working. But it's written in metaphor so that dumb people, it just throws dumb people off the track. They can't get it because they read it and it looks like a donkey is talking, right? Balaam's donkey. Was it Balaam? I think his name is Balaam. He's talking to a donkey. And a person will read, oh, a man talking to a donkey, whatever. Put it down, but they don't understand what is the meaning beyond that. So I said all that to say that the Bible is not what we think it is. Woo! Money in the vortex. That's a ritual that we have on YouTube. The LuvTubers throw money into the vortex and we all celebrate because that's everybody going into prosperity and abundance. Okay, that's an excellent question, Clover. Let's go to love it, love it, love it. All right, let's go to the next question. Uh, it says it's some of the pastors that dispute ye are gods. Yeah, there are pastors that will dispute that because that's excellent. Let's go there. Let's go there. If you knew you were God, would you need a pastor? No. Therefore, what would a pastor tell you? I'm not a pastor. I'm an ordained minister of spiritual consciousness with a global community. We don't have a church that we have to fund by you coming every Sunday and bringing 10% of all that you've made. It's a great business structure. It's a great business structure. It's a great business model. I'm not a pastor. I don't have a church. I don't have something that you have to come and bring money to and support. God supports what I do. So if you're a pastor, you better tell people that, because how are they going to keep coming? How are they going to keep coming to your church, bringing you 10% of their money every single week? You would have to have a good reason. Okay, let's make a deal. Here we go. Hey, boo. Hey, binge thinker. Bring me 10% of your check every single week. Well, how often do you get paid, binge thinker? Oh, I get paid once every 2 weeks. Great. Bring me 10% of your check every 2 weeks. What would you say? Hell to the nah, and what are you smoking? I want some. Because if you think I'm going to do that, you high. Well, we would have to give you a good reason to get 10% out of you every single week, every Sunday. You got to bring your tithes and your offerings. There's some churches that I see. And how are we going to get this 10% out of you? Well, we have to do something to your head, because we want to use that 10%. We need that 10%, the tithes and the offerings coming to fund our whole structure. And you are the one funding the thing. So, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with giving money to beautiful churches. I've given plenty of money to churches. No problem. Do understand. And I give it if I'm inspired to give it. If I'm inspired to give this money here, I give this money here. If I'm inspired to give, yet do understand that if you live under this obligation to bring 10% every single week, not only are you bringing 10% every single week in tithes and offerings to the church, you are also bringing yourself. Do you see? That's the biggest energy conduit. You're bringing yourself. So here's the pastor. Here's the church. I used to belong to mega churches. I belong to all kinds of churches. When I left Jehovah's Witnesses, I was searching, because I was like, there's got to be something spiritual out there that works. So I went to a lot of churches, from tiny little storefront churches with 20 people in it. Yay, 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 Jesus, yeah. The pastor was just foaming at the mouth. Okay. Well, that was interesting, but it wasn't it. You know how you go into the refrigerator, you keep grabbing something and chase it, want a snack. That wasn't it. It's not satisfying, right? It's not satisfying. Well, I remember going to a big mega church. I liked it there. I liked it a lot. I joined. I was a part of a mega church, a Baptist mega church. Woo, child. Okay. And I used to give them lots of money. And when I was married to my husband and won $17 million in the lottery, he was a big tither. So his check every year, when he got his check for $360 some odd thousand dollars, because he won $17 million that was paid out over 20 years. He took the annuity option. So with the annuity option, you're talking about somewhere around $365,000 a year every year in April. Well, he used to gift easily. He used to just write a check straight off the break, $50,000 straight to the church. And I really honored him for that. Why? Because that's what he had in his heart to do. And so that's what he did. That is beautiful, because to this day, he's still well taken care of. Why? Because he's on the universal tip of abundance, divine abundance. I'm talking about people that go every single week, and we need your energy. So you go to the super church, the mega church. They need people coming in every week, right? They need all the people to come in on a Sunday, come in the morning service at 9 o'clock in the morning, come to the afternoon service at 12 o'clock in the morning, come to the super early service at 7 o'clock in the morning. We're going to be in church all day on Sunday. Then come to the little thing in the afternoon, then come to Jesus and get your Bible. And now you're going to come to Bible study on Wednesday night. We're going to keep you up in here because we need to feed this big, huge beast that we've created. And how do we feed it? We feed it with your energy. That's what a church is. Sobering, isn't it? So, of course, can a pastor afford for you to know that you're God? I don't think so. Can a pastor afford for you to come into your full supernatural power? I don't think so. If you came into your full supernatural power, would you be going to a church every Sunday? Hell to the no. Was Jesus in a church every Sunday? Hell to the no. You would not be in a church every Sunday. I'm not saying this to be hateful or mean or rude or unkind. Never met a church I didn't love. I love all churches. I've been in churches all over the world, all over, all kinds of churches, all kinds of holy places, all kinds of wonderful places. I'm going to tell you something very interesting. I love gathering. There's one thing when you're gathering a lot of people together. That's one thing. And it's very beautiful. It's very beautiful for our soul. We need that. I was in the temple in India, and all the people gathered together for this beautiful experience. And there was incense, and there was chanting, and the men were on this side, and the women were on this side, and they were doing a call and response, chanting back and forth. I was high. I was in heaven. I was like, oh, this is amazing. Yet we understand that we do not need that. We participate in that because we want to, because we love it, because we appreciate it, not because we need to. So yes, a pastor has a very bench thinker, vested interest in you not coming into your full power. All right. Energy manual. Got to remember that, right? Wise one. Isn't that delicious? When he said that, when David Guillaume said that, I said, oh, that's it. Like it rung as true through my whole being. For people that don't understand the Bible's very misunderstood, especially a lot of witches and magical people do not like the Bible because they confuse the Bible with those who were toting the Bible. Two different things. The Bible, you can't be a Christian witch. They use the Bible to kill us. The Bible didn't kill nobody. The Bible didn't kill you. The Bible never killed any witch. People use the Bible to justify their own needs, just like they use the Bible to justify slavery. And there ain't bit of slavery in the Bible. People did that, not the Bible. Be clear on the distinction. Woo! Come on, money to my Happy 11/11, family. Happy 11/11. Money to my tax. That's right, LuvTubers on YouTube. We have Money in the Vortex, and they gift, and gifting to this beautiful community globally lifts the entire community of prosperity and abundance in the vortex. And if you are a channel member, you receive gift copies of the book. So by all means, if you want to, it's $4.99 a month. It's not a whole tithe. But I mean, hey, if you want to do a whole tithe, that's beautiful too. I ain't certainly going to turn it down. Okay, Divinity's child. There are a plethora of Christians who don't understand the Bible. They fiercely protect. Absolutely. They're ignorant to its power and how to use that power within themselves. Absolutely. That's why we're here. That's exactly why we're here. Having this powerful conversation. Ye are gods because you are children of the Most High God. Come on, Old and New Testaments. Christ said it. I don't know how they can dispute that. Hello. I don't either, Danielle. I'm very suspicious of that one. Very suspicious. Yes, I'm a lifelong Christian witch, and you are right about the Bible, beautiful lady. Yay! I love you. God bless you. All right, let's go. The Book of Enoch is incredible, isn't it? Book of Enoch is incredible. The Book of Enoch. Okay. Ooh. Let me make sure. Oh, wait a minute. Let me make sure I don't pass any of these incredible comments. Okay. Communion. Okay. Tithe where you fed, period. That's right, which is why I became a member. Ooh, thank you. Marlo, you are one of our OGs, our original gangster. Jesus preached to the people. Yes, he did. So thank you to all our beautiful, beautiful, beautiful um, channel members. Why give all that money to the church? Just help people in need. That's beautiful too. You know, you really got to go with your heart because God is speaking to you in your heart. And God is telling you what to do with your funds. And just follow that. I just follow that. Right? Going in debt for tithes. Do you want to know something very interesting? Did you have any struggle within yourself accepting that you were a witch? This is an excellent one. This is an excellent one. This is an excellent one. Wait a minute. The pastor told us even if it meant paying mortgage late or borrowing money to give to him. I ran fast away. Run, Forrest, run. Wow, that sounds like Scientology. Scientology got a debt collection system. They got money for their tears. My daughter was telling me about that Scientology thing. I could not believe it. She watched the whole thing on Netflix with Leanne Remini or Leah Remini. Oh my goodness. I know I've seen her here and there exposing Scientology. But oh my goodness, my daughter told me the whole setup to that Scientology thing. It was mind blowing. They actually follow you. They will get PIs. They will get investigators. They will mess you up. They will fuck you up if you don't give them their money. There's nothing short of the mafia right there. Scientology. Woo, baby. As a matter of fact, she told me there was money for each level, 5,000 level. Look, to go from unknowing to all knowing. I'm like, they charging how much money to get to all knowing? It was some huge amount of money. And then we're going to get right to this question. Alaric ice. I hope I'm saying that right. Alaric ice. I hope I'm saying that right. And she said that this Scientology people, my mouth was like this. I'm like, these people are worse than Jehovah's Witnesses. They are Jehovah's Witnesses just without the pay structure, without the compensation plan. There's a compensation plan to Scientology. It's like 5,000 for the first level, 10,000. And I kept asking, what are the levels for? For you to get to all knowing. I said, wait a minute, they charging that kind of money for you to become God? Dang, I'm in the wrong business. And if you don't pay that money, they will come after you, tell you to get the mortgage out on your house or whatever the case may be. You better pay them. That bitch want my money. They get very Rihanna on you. Bitch better have my money. Oh, they get very Rihanna on people. Oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I'm like, what does this have to do with God? What does this have to do with God? Please tell me. Beautiful question. Do you have any struggle within yourself accepting that you were a witch? Yes. Yes. Biggest struggle ever of my whole life. And when I stopped fighting it, everything fell into peace. Everything fell into place. All the pieces came beautifully together. And that was and that was that. And I gotta tell you, it was not hard. It was not hard the second I stopped fighting. It wasn't hard. I just sort of fell into it and just clicked all together because it's who you are. It's in our being. You can't, as long as you keep fighting what is and you keep fighting who you really are, you struggle. And that is the definition of suffering. Fighting what is. I've been a witch. I put this in both Confessions of a Christian Witch, and I also put this in spellcrafting. In spellcrafting, at the very beginning, you're going to see this introduction. Who I am. And in this introduction, I tell you about my mama and my grandmothers and all of them. Now that I know witchcraft, all of them was witches. All of them was witches. Now that I understand witchcraft, they was all witches, baby. Look at your grandmas. They was probably all witches. I'm telling you, they was witches. And they was doing witchy shit. You just didn't know it. And they still went to church. And they still had their Jesus. And it was witchy AF. They was doing all kinds of potions. They was making all kinds of things. You didn't know what they were making. They were doing herbology out in the they didn't have names for it. They didn't have languaging for it. It was just what we did. It was all witches. Please look in your family. You probably find so many witches, it's not even funny. People are very afraid of witches. Why? When your grandmama was probably a witch. I wrote the article. I wrote that article probably about 3 years ago. That article is on Bad Witches. It's Carolyn Elliott's blog. I write for that blog occasionally. That blog, badwitch.es. Put it in the chat. Badwitch.es. Like your 10 signs your grandma was probably a witch. Was your grandma making potions? Baby, witches make potions. Was your grandma healing you with things and you didn't know, wow, grandma, I feel good. Mm-hmm. Did your grandma, that's what witches do. Did your grandma have secrets? Grandma, how do you make this thing taste so good? Oh, baby, don't worry about it. Hey, witches got secrets. Did your grandma put copper pennies on the baby's belly when they had an outie? Belly button that wouldn't go down? The doctor couldn't get your belly button to go down. Doctor talking about they're going to do surgery. Grandma's like, give me that baby. Bring that baby over here. You take the baby to grandma. Grandma done do her little thing. Get the little penny, get the little tape. Come on, go on now. Baby belly button in like that. From a copper penny? What manner of witchcraft is this? I wish I would look at your grandmamas. Was anybody else's grandmamas witches? Can y'all please tell me in the chat? Was any of y'all grandmamas witches? Or was this just me? We still doing the witchy shit our grandmothers taught us. Here's another one from my grandmothers. Baby, don't never let nobody get your hair. They combed their hair, they took their hair, they flushed it down the toilet, baby. You couldn't get my grandmother's hair. And I used to always be like, what is that about? I was so in the dark. I was so ignorant. I was clueless. See, they were passing the wisdom on to me. They were passing it on to me. They were passing it on to me by them telling me these things. They didn't tell me it was witchcraft because they didn't thought, I don't even think that they would have self-proclaimed as witches as their granddaughter, daughter, and great-granddaughter has done. I am Valerie, daughter of Jacqueline, daughter of Frida, daughter of Pinky, daughter of Deb. These women go back to the 1800s. All of them was witches. And I'm going to give you another aside to this. The particular brand of witches that I'm from, they're very herby. I don't want to say herby. They're into the plants. That's where I get it from. Plants, greenery, planting, can make any plant grow, herbs, healing with essential oils, all of that. I got that from all of them. It's just it's in our bloodline. My grandmother on my father's side, my father that raised me, not my natural father, my father that raised me. I have a couple of fathers. My grandmother on my father's side, now she's straight up from Georgia, deep in the South. She still had like hoodoo magic. And she was a Jehovah's Witness. She was in the Kingdom Hall. I'm telling you, she would have never called it being a hoodoo witch. And now that I understand hoodoo, I'm like, grandma was straight up hoodoo. High John the Conqueror, all the roots. Oh, she had High John the Conqueror. And she was a Jehovah's Witness. I'm trying to tell y'all, Christian witch is not new. The thing is thousands of years old from the original Christian witch, Christ, who the Talmud says was arrested because he was a sorcerer and induced our people to worship other gods with an S. They made up the one God story later. Gods with an S. Well, they said he was a sorcerer. The Jewish people told you. He was a sorcerer who induced our people to worship other gods. That's why we rounded up and killed him, because he was a sorcerer. But the Christians, no, this is not magic. This is what the Christians are doing. This is not magic. By no means is this magic. Yes, we do all the same things that magic does. And look at the Catholic Church. Yes, we have incense, but this is not magic. Yes, we have robes, but these are not magical robes. Yes, we have wands, but this is not magical wand. It's not magic. Yes, we have a god and a goddess, Mary and Jesus, but this is not magic. Look a lot like magic to me. These people crazy. You go to the, oh my God, people stop. I mean, you go to the other extreme, right? You have all of the we have anointing oils, but this is not magic. In the Bible, a man took his cloak and he struck the water, and the water parted, and he walked through. Right? You didn't read that part in the Bible. He struck the water with his cloak. Oh, but that's not magic. Another one. God told him, get your staff. Translation, get your magic wand. And strike it at the water, and the water's going to part. Well, that ain't magic. No, this is not magic. It's called a miracle. Okay, thank you. Okay, people. Whatever you say. You can't argue with people like that. Don't try to explain anything like that to people. So this is a long answer to a very short, powerful question from Alaric Ice. Yes, I had a struggle, and as soon as I let it go, it was gone. I'm very at peace with myself. Very at peace with myself. Yeah, the blood of Jesus. Oh, man. The whole Christian religion is a blood religion. I don't know why they're so uneasy with blood magic. Their whole religion is blood magic. The whole religion is blood magic. So much blood in the Bible is not even funny. Killing people, killing animals, chopping them up, bringing the blood. Oh, they was doing high magic in the Bible. Stop, people. That's why I'm here to tell people that shit y'all doing, that is pure straight up fucking magic. Now, you can call it whatever you want to call it. You show me a Yoruba priestess preparing for a bembe, dressed in all white, chasing a chicken and got the goat, and you show me a high priestess in the tabernacle in the Bible with a goat chopped up, blood splattered all over the, I don't see no difference. I don't see no difference. I'm sorry. Look exactly the same to me. So there you have it. All right. Ooh, not only the Bible, but all the cartoons are getting the kids ready for magic. Ooh, there's so much magic afoot now, right? So much magic. And so that's how I dealt with the struggle. And the struggle was real for a very long time. And then I realized that I didn't have to have that struggle. And then I did a ritual to completely integrate the Christian and the witch so that the inner struggle would just fade away. And now it's just very natural. I feel like it's simply embracing all of who you are. You couldn't be here on this witchy channel having this witchy conversation if you weren't a witch or a warlock or a wizard or a magical being. You couldn't be here because it would make it impossible for you to be here unless you had some magic in your bones and in your blood. That's why you're here. I call it just embracing who you really are. That's all. Yeah. Good questions. Oh my goodness. Okay. Let's get our next chair. Okay. Let's take the question before we go to further questions as well in the chat. Let's take the question about guilt for being a Christian witch. And that was a question that came up last week, and that is an excellent question. And yes, probably every issue that you mentioned, I had it or have it. Every issue, trust me, I had it or still have it and working with it. All of these issues, I had it. I had the issue of guilt, huge guilt. And I'm going to tell you what was the solution. Guilt. Oh my God, I'm going to do magic. Oh my God, I'm going to be a witch. They're going to kill me. See, because I did not grow up with the concept of a burning hell where you just stay there forever and ever and ever and ever. I never believed that because I didn't grow up with that. In the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, they didn't teach you that. In the cult of Jehovah's Witnesses, they taught you something even worse, obliteration. You're just going to not exist. God's just going to wipe you out. How can you obliterate a soul? We already know, according to quantum physics, that energy cannot be obliterated. You can't destroy energy. So it's impossible. Now you can transmute energy. You can change things. Energy goes into form, out of form. You can channel energy. You can't destroy energy. Energy is indestructible. And all the energy that's ever been is here right now. And all the energy that will ever be is here right now. And you have access to all this energy. You can channel it. You can store it. You can swirl it around in your body to heal things. You can project it to other people to support them if they want to, if they want to participate in that, right? So this whole idea of not understanding energy, that's the real problem, right? Okay. So I had this big issue with guilt. Guilt. Obliteration. Oh my God. I'll just be gone. That's not true. It's made up. Just like pretty much 90% of stuff in religion is made up. Well, because I had this guilt, I'm going to tell you what it was doing, what guilt does inside of you. This is what guilt does inside of you. It causes you to self-sabotage. You ever had that? Self-sabotage comes from guilt. Anytime you sabotage yourself, you get right to the door of something good and it doesn't work. Get right to the door that you get ready to get some money, big thing of money, and it doesn't work. You get right to something's working and all of a sudden you mess it up. Have you ever sabotaged yourself? I've sabotaged myself so many times I can't even count. So the key is to rid one's consciousness of guilt. I'm going to give you the answer to it right now. This thing works like a charm. This thing works like magic. It's beautiful. Lesson 39 in A Course in Miracles. My holiness is my salvation. Woo! 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 And it says in the lesson, if guilt is hell, what is its opposite? Because guilt is hell. I am telling you, guilt is hell. If you have ever been in an experience of guilt, you are in hell. If guilt is hell, what is its opposite? Holiness. My holiness. You see, coming to the absolute knowledge, awareness, understanding, knowing, visceral knowing, below the neck, the true inner knowing that I am holy. Oh, game changer. Baby fucking game changer. Nobody can mess with a holy person. Nobody can mess with a holy person. No one can take a holy person out. You're holy. You know you're holy. What prevents you from seeing yourself as holy? Stuff we did. Bad stuff to bad people. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Oh, I feel so bad. I shouldn't have said that. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. Guilt. Unconscious guilt. And until you go in and address this unconscious guilt, you will continue to live littler than you're destined to live. And you will continue to sabotage yourself. And you will look up and wonder why you don't have this big, huge, spectacular, magnificent soul life that you know you're supposed to have. You know you're supposed to have a certain kind of life. You know it. You know you're supposed to be bigger than you are. You know you're supposed to be manifesting something really big on a whole big world stage. But you're not there. And you know that your current life experience, when you look at it based on what it could be, it seems that you're so far. Guilt. Guilt says, I'm bad, so I don't deserve it. Ooh. That stuff will kill you. That stuff will kill you. And it'll kill your magic. Get rid of it. Lesson 39, A Course in Miracles. That was our question from last week. We're going to go to another question. My holiness is my salvation. I said it thousands of times. My holiness is my salvation. 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 Say it with me. My holiness is my salvation. Say it with me. You believe it when you say it. You don't believe it when I say it. You believe it when you say it. My holiness is my salvation. And you've got to see yourself as a holy child of God. A Course in Miracles says, acim.org. A Course in Miracles says, I'm a holy mind and I am a holy thought in the mind of God that never left its source. I am a holy thought in the mind of God that has never left its source. Ooh, you mean I'm a holy thought living in the mind of God, baby? You can't tell me nothing. You can't tell this witch nothing. You can't look in my Cardi B voice. You can't tell me nothing. Okay, akuru. You can't tell me fucking nothing. I am a holy thought in the mind of God. What's beyond that? Everybody else, take a number and chill, because I'm a holy thought in the mind of God. Whether I act like it or not. Because some of you are looking at people and you're looking at what they do and you don't look like you ain't, you a holy thought in the mind of God. A holy thought in the mind of God don't do that. How do you know? Stop judging people by what they do. Because what you do is not who you are. Let's continue. That's my share on guilt and what got me out of guilt. What got me out of guilt. Had to get out of it. Let's see. What is Faith saying? Faith said, that is why I won't go to any church. That is why I don't go to any church right now. I have no money to give 10% right now. And most churches will want it from you, or they will, get very angry at you if you don't give it. How is this God, family? And I love that you all are walking away from that, because that's not God. I don't see God doing that. And Christians want to talk about witches? I don't think so. I'm going around trying to heal myself, the planet, and anyone who wants to participate in the healing currents of God and who wants to heal themselves as well. I'm not trying to go around making people think that they're supposed to do something. You ain't supposed to do nothing but what God told me to do, told you to do. There's another Course in Miracles lesson, and the Course in Miracles lesson says, I'm under no law but God's. I'm under no law but God's. Woo, they had a slave Bible and they had a Christian Bible. And they tried to convince us with the Bible to be slaves. Wow. And they're still doing it. They just took the color off of it. It don't just have to be black people. They're willing to enslave people of all colors by getting your head. Never let anyone have your head. Isn't it beautiful, Divinity's child? I come from ancestral Christian witches on my father's side. It's beautiful. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's so beautiful when you can drop the judgment and the fear. I had a tremendous amount of fear. Now, you talk about the guilt. My fear was greater than my guilt. I had a lot of fear. When you can drop the fear and the judgment and the guilt and the shame and the horror of witch and all that it means and embrace it, you will see so many things and it will be beautiful. You will see that your grandmothers were easily Christian witches. They had their Bible and they had their potions. And it wasn't no fight. They went to church, they prayed, and they did spells over you at night while you were asleep. They was over your bed doing symbols, and they was laying on hands, and they were calling on Jesus. And it was all perfectly fine. There was no conflict in it whatsoever. They cooked their little pot of liquor, pot liquor. That's what my grandmama called it, pot liquor. She cooked her greens, and when she finished cooking her greens, she took all the juices from the pot and she saved it, and that was a healing tonic. My mama, she kept the tonic in the fridge. I can tell you the ingredients to this day because it was nasty as hell, and she used to give it to us. Cod liver oil. I'm gonna give you the recipe right now. Cod liver oil, lemon, honey, onion, and garlic. Them 5 probably could cure anything in your body. You take that, any cooties that are in your Bible, child, Rona ain't had nothing on my mama and my grandmamas and on them. Rona, what? They would have been laughing at Rona. They would have been laughing at Rona. Whatever, you ain't coming in here. We got castor oil. We got St. John's wort. We got High John the Conqueror. We got aloe. We got, oh man, them witches had every meta plant, tonic, oil, rub, liniment, ointment, mixed it up, salves, putting it on you. Sometimes they would speak over it. What are you putting on me? Don't worry about it, baby. That ain't nothing but witch. People wake up. Wake up, people. I like it. It wasn't a problem for my grandmamas. Shouldn't be a problem for nobody. Okay. Uh-huh. Oh, it was watching you a few years ago that I embraced Christian witch. I thought I was evil. No, binge thinker. No evil. No, 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 no. I love that. Love it. Lady Luna. Oh my goodness. Hi, Lady Luna. I love it. Lady Luna, hey Val, as a Christian witch, what would you say is the meaning of life? Ooh, why are we in this physical existence? Wow, Lady Luna, I think you just blew my head open with that question. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still searching for it myself. The meaning of life. If I was to put it in one word, it would be love, because it would appear that all of us are here to have our lessons in love. That seems to be what the whole universe is seeking, to get us all on board with love, which is wholeness, oneness. When I say love, I don't mean, oh, I love you. Next day, I hate you. I want to stab you. No, no, no. Love as the power and the creative force, energy, the wholeness of this entire cosmos. Love as an energy, right? It would appear that the meaning of life is lessons in love, and to learn these lessons in love and to become God, because God is love. So if God is love and I become God, I become love. I think it has something to do with that. Don't quote me on it. I cannot say with 100% certainty. I'm still looking for that myself. I love that question. I love that question, Lady Luna. Lady Luna is in our Wealth and Wellness Vortex with us. And if you want to join our Wealth and Wellness Vortex, please do text me. You'll see it below this bit as well. That I work with a lot of our people in wellness, healing, and our healing community. We have a healing community, and it's called the Wealth and Wellness Vortex. And you can get into the Wealth and Wellness Vortex by texting me. Wellness Vortex. And it's all natural healing. We don't do toxins. We don't do chemicals. All natural healing. High grade essential oils. These essential oils are going into my next book, Magical Prayers for the Christian Witch. Text me. Text Wellness Vortex to 47177. Wellness Vortex to 47177. And if you do not, if it's different, look down below this vid, because it'll have the update on whatever it is. I just want you to know you've taught me so much. Oh my goodness, enabled me to be comfortable teaching others that it's possible to be a Christian and a witch. Ooh, I appreciate you paving the way for us. Oh my goodness. That almost brings tears to my eyes, because Kit, I'm going to tell you something. Kit Kat Smith, I thought I was the only one. I thought I was the only crazy one. I was like, I thought I was the only crazy one. And then I came out on YouTube, and I said, I'm a Christian witch. I had never heard of it before. And I was like, should I say that? I almost did not upload the video. I was so overtaken with fear. I almost did not upload the video. And next year we're going to have, in 2021, it was October 22nd, 2011. On October 22nd, 2021, trust me, we are going to have a party of the annual, the 10-year decade. The 10 decades, not 10 decades. It's 1 decade. The 10-year anniversary of releasing that video, because that video set me free in a whole new way. Like, I was already a Christian witch in my life. I didn't have a name for it. I didn't have a languaging for it. And languaging is so important in what we do. I only knew what I was experiencing on the inside. You know, at first it's clash, and then it came into this beautiful harmony. But I still didn't have a name for it, Christian witch, until that name fell out of my mouth in a video. And I was like, Christian witch, they gonna kill me. I'm not uploading this video. Literally, this was how my fingers were on the keyboard, uploading the video to YouTube. I almost didn't press it. I had to be like, press that upload button, girl. Man, and them Christians came out after me. I was like, oh Lord, they're gonna kill me again, just like they killed me in the other lifetimes. Oh my God, Jay. Well, this is it. This is the end of it, God. It wasn't the end, it was another beginning. It was another initiation. Next thing you know, here comes the one person. I'm a Christian witch. You are? Like, all all these Christians, you the devil, you the Antichrist, you are crazy, you a false prophet, I'm gonna pray for your soul, going to hell in gasoline drawers. Yeah. I had to look past Christians. Could y'all move to the side? Yeah, I know. We're going to hell. I know. Gasoline drawers. I know. Deuteronomy. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. I know. We earned it all. Thank you. Excuse me. I think I saw another Christian witch over there. Hey, you. We here? Then here come another one. Here come another one. Here come another. Next thing you know, here you are. Thousands upon thousands of Christian witches. Thousands of Christian witches on Instagram. Thousands of Christian witch groups all over Facebook. Thousands of Christian witches on Facebook. Not just the Christian witches Facebook, this Facebook fan page. I'm talking about many Christian witches groups, pages, everywhere. Child, let me tell you something. Christian witches going to take over this whole world. So thank you, Kit Kat. Thank you, Kit Kat Smith. Jay. Do you give the Kabbalah credit, as I feel it reveals a bit more, explaining the Jinn to where the King James, oh my goodness, obviously doesn't acknowledge. Absolutely. You know, Jay, is very fascinating. Kabbalah was my bridge. It was a bridge for me from Christianity to magic. It was a bridge. Like, I couldn't see how these two, that was before I knew that Christianity is magic. Before I knew that, I was still in the head upbringing that I had been in for so many years. So I still thought they were two different things. Now I understand it's one and the same. It's an energy and how you're going to use the energy. So Kabbalah served a very powerful bridge for me, because Kabbalah tells you that Moses was a magician. I was like, well, thank you, God. I thought I was crazy. The man is in Egypt. He throws down his wand, turns into a serpent. The other ones throw down their wands and turns into a serpent. These are sorcerers, but this man is not a sorcerer. How does that add up? He's doing the same thing the sorcerers are doing. I don't get it. God, I don't get it. Right? I didn't have the understanding. Study to show that self-approved. Continue going on your path. Continue going on your path. And as I continued on the path, more became brighter and brighter and brighter. I understood more. I saw more. I began to have access to more. And with that came the understanding that Kabbalah, including the 10 Commandments, there's something even older than that, right? Going back to Kemet. And even older than that, perhaps Kush. That's my lineage because I'm Black. As you can see, in this lifetime, I'm wearing the costume of a Black woman in this lifetime, right? So going all the way back to the lineage, you can find, as we talked about in Forbidden Knowledge last week, did Moses get the 10 Commandments on the top of the mountain from God? No. They were already in existence before. But it's an amazing story. Oh, it's an amazing story. The tablets on the mountaintop, these came straight from the finger of God. What's better than that? What's better than that? And what's better than that to get the people to do it? What's better than that? And they work. If you do it, they work. There was something older than that. And that was the 42 laws of Bayat, right? So Kabbalah is powerful, 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 powerful. We teach a lot of Kabbalah in the mystery school. So join us in the mystery school. And in the mystery school, what we teach with regard to Kabbalah is that this is a way of you ascending your consciousness via the tree of life. Not the only way. It's a way. Absolutely, Jay. Kabbalah did a lot for me and still does a lot for me. I went through I'll share something with you all, family. I went through these deep phases. Like I went through this deep Wicca phase. I was just Wicca. I was reading all these Wiccan books, like everything. Wheel of the Year and Samhain and Mabon and this and this and this and this and this. And I was like, that doesn't feel exactly like me. I love it though. And I drew a faulty conclusion. The faulty conclusion that I drew was, well, I guess if I'm a witch, this is what a witch is. The faulty conclusion that I drew was that Wicca and being a witch were one and the same. And later on, I understood that they are not. Wicca is a religion, a powerful religion that I honor. I'm not wicked. I honor all wicked brothers and sisters because I honor everyone. So you've got to, right, find your path that's going to work for you. So this Wicca path didn't work for me, but I went deep, deep, deep into this Wicca path. And it was like, Diana, I don't know. It just didn't, ooh, right? When I met with Kabbalah, it was like, ooh. Then I went deep into it. It was, I can't say that this was in the exact order, first Wicca, then Kabbalah, then this, then that. It didn't work out like that. It was very, the spirituality is not this straight line. It's not linear. It was very, it was a morphing. It was a graduation. It was an integration. It was learning and remembering. It was all that. So when I went into Kabbalah, oh my goodness. Because I'm a bit of a fanatical girl. I guess you probably know that about me. I mean, I deep dive into stuff and I go so deep into it that I get lost. Like I will be in that was Kabbalah books like this, like doing it and it. It's like, oh, aha, aha. And then you are integrated now into how to use it. It's almost like an initiation of sorts, right? Then I went deep into, angel magic. It was just angel. And now I'm very, very, very deep, for many years, very deep into the lost books of the Bible, Gnostic Gospels. For many years, I've been deep diving into that. That just speaks to my soul. Just speaks to my soul. So you're right about Kabbalah. It reveals a lot about many things. The jinn. Let's talk about the jinn for a moment. This is something that I learned from my global travels, going all over the world. So I've been in Dubai and Bali and India and Peru and throughout the United States and Hawaii and throughout the Caribbean and China and Hong Kong. And this is something that I discovered. All of the holy Gaia. I'm hearing a beep, 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 beep. I don't know what that is. Okay. My daughter's here with me. She came last night to Puerto Rico, and we're flying out soon in a few days. All of the sacred traditions of the world are saying the same thing, just in different words. They're all saying the same thing. They're just using different words. So when I go into a temple in Bali, they may have one word for angel or for demon. If you go to Islamic tradition, they have the jinn and they also have angels. If you go into the Christian tradition, you have demons and you have angels. So across the board, they're all saying the same thing. And the Bible said the same thing as tarot, right? We have just got to be able to do the translation. And I find that's what happens if people can't do the translation. So they fight. Over what? We're all saying the same thing. What are we fighting about? It's something to fight about. We're all saying the same thing. And that's been my experience of travel all over the world, into holy houses all over the world. That's been my experience. Okay, let's go to, thank you for being a wonderful teacher who has helped me question the spiritual world around us. My honor, my honor, my honor. Questions. I think we can take another one. Kathy. Oh my goodness, Kathy. I have to tell you something, Kathy. Kathy. Goddess, I read your review on Amazon. I was like, oh, the Confessions review. You did a review. Everyone, Kathy did a review on Confessions of a Christian Witch on Amazon. It was amazing. I said, this is why I do what I do. This is it, God. This is it. Y'all gonna make me cry. But this is it. Like, what's better than us being set free? What's better? What's better than all of our minds being set free to soar and be the gods and goddesses we're born to be? What's better than that? Wow, Cappy. That everybody can go to. That's probably one of my top fave reviews. Some of y'all do some amazing reviews. Like, the reviews are amazing when I read the reviews. By all means, any of the books that you have, please leave a review on Amazon and Goodreads. I thank you. I love you. I appreciate you. Appreciate you. I feel blocked in my gifts. Like, Spirit has many places for me to go. What should I do to unblock myself spiritually? That's a good question. I'm going to tell you what works for me. Ridiculous praise. Ridiculous praise. I don't know if you're the praising kind of person, because not everybody's a praising kind of person. Some people are more quiet and inner. Some people are more expressive and outer. Some people move, they have to dance. Some people like chanting. Some people like drumming. Some people like artistry. Everybody's got their own thing. What unblocks me? I'm going to blast some spiritual music, like some gospel. Let me tell you something. I would blast it right now if they didn't demonetize this video. I will blast some gospel music. I will go into another plane. I'll be in altered states of consciousness. I will blast that music. I will praise. And the angels joining with me. Next thing you know, I open my eyes. I'm in a different place. Every unblocking experience, I've always unblocked myself spiritually. I don't try to unblock myself in the mind, try to figure my way out, try to do personal development, try to figure out what's going on, I go above all that. I have to go above my own mind, because my mind is crazy. And I understand my mind is crazy. My mind never gave me one solution ever in my entire life. All the unblocking energy, which you have access to all this energy right here, right now, is source. Oh, that thing will unblock you. You get high enough in the ethers, in the realms, you will be completely unblocked. You will be limitless. Oh my God. Anytime I'm stuck, anytime I'm blocked, anytime I'm sometimes like you feel energetically like moving in tar. What's going on? Anytime it's not like, whew, I just go up. I go up. Elevation. Now, different people call it different things, right? Maybe Dr. Joe Dispenza says going to the quantum. You're going to the quantum field. Some people might call it altered states of consciousness. I call it ridiculous praise. And your praise is in your feet. They teach you that in church. Your praise. I'm giving you a black church woman perspective right now, right? Praise is in your feet. You have to move your feet. Praise is in your feet. And David knew it, because David danced. And he danced so much, praising God and worshiping, that the Ark of the Covenant was home. He was celebrating and praising. He danced out of his clothes. He had just his undergarments was on. It was like an ecstatic dancing. You wouldn't think that the Bible is talking about ecstatic dancing and whirling dervishes and things like that, would you? The whirling dervishes. When I went to see the whirling dervishes, well, we do what the whirling dervishes do. The whirling dervishes, oh, they're so beautiful. There's whirling, whirling, twirling, 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 and they're in this ascended consciousness, and they teach them how to do this for years and years and years and years and years. If you've never seen the whirling dervishes, they just twirl and twirl and twirl and twirl, and their head, as they start to twirl, their head goes over to the side. They're up. They're not in this dimension. They're in another dimension. You get to find the ways to put yourself in altered states of consciousness and go into other dimensions, higher dimensions than the third dimension. See, on the third dimension, you may be stuck. If you go to the fourth or fifth dimension, moving right along. Moving right along. And one of the fastest ways to get me to the fifth dimension, and you know when you're going in the fifth dimension because you can feel it in your body. You feel your body lighter. You feel maybe the God bumps. Your fork. You can tell that you are, it's an atmosphere. And you're going into altered states of consciousness. That's where all the unstuck energy is that we all have access to, and it's available to us. And you just channel it right to your third dimensional self. You're there because the way this thing works is scientifically, you're a multi-dimensional being, and you're in all the dimensions at the same time. I know that's trippy, isn't it? You're in all the fucking dimensions at one time. You're in the third dimension, the fourth dimension, the fifth dimension. I believe science has about 12 or 13 known dimensions of consciousness that they can quantify. If they can quantify 12, it's probably 1,000 or probably 1,000,000. Could be infinite. You exist in all the dimensions at the same time. And the law says that if you do something in this dimension, it affects something down here in this dimension. That's magic. So you go up. You know, some people are trying to fight down here on the third dimension. It's like fighting yourself. And you don't get very far. I got something for you, third dimensional Valerie. I'll be right back. You sit here for a minute. Just be in meditation. Just lay right here on the bed. Chill. Relax. I got you. I'm going to climb my ladder straight up to heaven and take care of that business. Whatever it needs to be taken care of. It works. It works. Okay. Dutch Easy W. Okay, it works. My grandmother was a crone and is now a very powerful guardian of mine. That's right. Witches are called so because their ability to heal on all levels. Absolutely. Danielle, she taught me how to make potions and oils before I even knew what it was. That's exactly what I'm talking about. My grandmamas were doing that same thing too. Stitch witches, kitchen witches, head witches, hedge witches, herb witches, all of that. All of it. All of it. Clover. Yeah. I still find things and I'll sell it to my great grandma's. And we always just have to guess what it might be. Right. Protection jars and all sorts of great things. Yes. And always going to church. That's exactly what I'm talking about. They were still in church. Their magic didn't stop them from going to church, and they didn't have any conflict with it at all. Look at your Christian grandmas and aunties' old family Bibles. Ooh, all manner of notes with names, documents. Ooh, sealed envelopes. If that ain't spelled The Bible was the bank, the vault, the repository of information for the entire family tree was all in the Bible, the family Bible. It was all in the Bible, baby. They use the Bible like a vault. Why are you thinking my purse? Right now, you go in my Bible. I have a Bible wallet. Same thing. There's that Bible magic. Oh, I didn't put that in the book. I have to write another book now to put that Bible spell in the book. I got to add that to another book. Can you repeat that Bad Witch blog? Yes. Badwitch.es. Badwitch.es. Bad Witches. I believe mine was for sure my mother's. All right, we're going to wrap it up because it is getting to be about that time. Kaisi Janelle. Hey, lovey boo. Kaisi, I feel blocked in my gifts. Like spirit has many places for me to go. What should I do? Okay, we just talked about that. Unblocking energy. So let me know, Janelle, how that works for you. Family, what are your thoughts on teaching children about Christian witchcraft? Absolutely. We expose our kids to everything. We don't mince and parse. We give them the full buffet. They have to choose as a soul, right? They have to choose as a soul what they're going to embrace. We put the buffet before them and they get to choose because each soul knows what it's here to do, right? Yay, my book just came to. Yay! Reviews. Please leave reviews. Now, family, a couple of announcements. Over the next few weeks, probably like during the holiday time, I'm going to be doing reviews. My birthday gifts are still coming in. Oh my goodness. Look at my birthday gifts. Look I got dog bumps all up and down me. So my birthday gifts, I'm going to be doing unboxing. I can't even open these until I open them with you. So we're going to be doing unboxings. I'm going to film these over the next week or so because I got to get back into Miami, get my goodies, sage them up, clean them with the 4 elements, unbox them, consecrate these decks. I'm going to do all of that with you on a video for each deck, for each one of these decks, and then dive into a review and a reading. Is this yummy? Is this yummy or what? Is this yummy? Also, okay, let's go to psychedel. I've known I was a Christian witch from a young age. Struggled in high school 15 years ago between Christianity and witchcraft, and couldn't choose. And couldn't choose. So I did the logical thing and mixed the two. Oh, wow, you are truly inspirational. Before Reverend Valerie, I thought I was alone. Oh my God, glad to see there are many of us. Wow. Yes, hugs. Wow. There's many of us all over the world. And you know what I love about Christian witches? It's not a religion. It's you integrating your own brand of spirituality and knowing you have the freedom to do that. So beautiful. We knew it all along, didn't we? We knew it all along. Next, you can now register for the Christian Witches Convention 2021. We're going back to Salem, baby. Now we're finalizing all the details with the contracts and everything else on our venue. So you will not see the venue on the website yet until I sign the contract, okay? Well, we're months in advance, and so right now you can register for early bird, and I would recommend that you register for early bird real quick, because guess what? Those tickets will probably sell out. The tickets will probably sell out. So ChristianWitches.com, you know the deal. You know the drill. And lastly, that last announcement is, as you know, Spellcrafting for the Christian Witch is now out in ebook. The paperback version will be out later this month. And the hardcover. Oh, this is the first time I'm doing a hardcover version of one of my books. And I feel this is the book to put in hardcover. I may go back and put Confessions in hardcover as well. I may even go back and put How to Be a Christian Witch in hardcover as well, as the inspiration comes to me. This one is definitely calling for hardcover because it's a spell book, and it's that book that I want you to be able to hold and grip and, you know, have that hardcover and write in it and work with it. This book is over 400 pages. This is a big, fat one. So get her and let me know what you think. She's selling like hotcakes already on the bestseller list. I'm so blessed and thankful. I'm so blessed and thankful that we get to do this together. Lastly, tell me what you think of I Have Paper, Will Buy the Hardcover. Ooh, yes. Ooh, Kathy, indeed. It's my pleasure to give you all your channel number to give you a gift of the ebook. It is my pleasure. Be sure to drop a nice review. Let us know what your thoughts are on it on Amazon and Goodreads. If you're on Goodreads, there's a lot of readers on Goodreads. I've been on Goodreads for years, but I haven't really interacted on Goodreads. I need to do more on Goodreads. However, there were like, last time I logged into Goodreads, there were like 50-something people on Goodreads who were reading How to Be a Christian Witch, and that just blessed my soul. And then also on Goodreads, there is an incredible review from a witch who initiates other witches in other traditions, and she read How to Be a Christian Witch, and she just gave an incredible review about it. I mean, incredible. I'm so thankful. So thankful. Sebastian, do you believe in gods and goddesses such as Apollo or Gaia or Aphrodite? You should do a Zoom so we could get to know each other and you can get to know your fans. Yes, I do several Zooms, actually. I do several Zooms a week. And so one of the Zooms that I do, Sebastian, I love this. One of the Zooms that I do is for those witches that are currently being initiated into the mystery school. So the mystery school is going to be offering lots of classes coming up, and those classes are held on Zoom. So we'll get to come together on Zooms and interact. And I love that. I love that. Gods and goddesses, yes. I'm not so much on the Aphrodite. It doesn't speak to me. The ones that speak to me are the Orishas. That's what really speaks to me. And I write about this in the Christian Witches Manifesto. So if you have the Christian Witches Manifesto, if you're a channel member on the YouTube channel, you have access to that book also as a gift. And in Christian Witches Manifesto, I really talk about my relationships to gods and goddesses. Yeah. All right, family. How magnificent is this that we get to hang out like this? I love you. Next week, I think we're going to go into baby Jesus in our you got your tickets already, Tina? Tina! I think I'm gonna have to give some kind of gift to the first maybe 100 or 50 witches that register for the Christian Witches Convention. Tina was waiting. She was like, listen, what are these tickets going on sale? Tina was ready, okay? Tina already, she was like, Reverend Val, I'm ready. What you gonna do? You gonna bust a move? You gonna bust a move, witch, or what? Tina was ready, baby. Oh my goodness. Tina already got her tickets, baby. Y'all better get them tickets, because I cannot have no riots breaking out over tickets. We can't have no scalpels on the streets in Salem. But y'all witches ain't gonna cause no ruckus in Salem now. We gonna keep this orderly and lovely. Come on, witches. You know we need this. We need to come together. And the ball on Saturday night, Game of Thrones. Oh my goodness. Y'all know last time it was Apocalypse. This year is Game of Thrones. So let's see. And everybody thinks I'm gonna be Daenerys Targaryen, but I'm gonna have a surprise for y'all. I'm gonna probably show up as somebody that y'all would have never thought I would show up, like Brienne of Tarth or something like that. I'm gonna show up as somebody that y'all never would have thought I would have showed up as. Get your costumes ready. It's a cash giveaway for Saturday night. So much fun. So much fun. I love you, family. Have a beautiful day. God bless.